Bill, it's Jay Frank again here with this week's Talk with the GM. Beautiful afternoon. We're going to spend a little time talking about holes 16, 17, and 18 on our master plan, the final holes, which I think are some of the best golf holes at Columbus Country Club. But before I do so, just a few happenings here at the club this coming weekend. Again, this Saturday is our couples twilight golf at 4:30. Make sure you make plans to attend that. Sunday is our floats and floats from 1 to 4 p.m. at the pool. Bring a floating device. We'll have root beer floats and a lot of fun. ACC members are invited to that this weekend, so you should have a great turnout for that. So remember to put those on your calendar. Today starts the new summer dining schedule here at the club, so you'll see the summer menu unveiled today. We're looking forward to that tonight. Tomorrow the lunch menu is unveiled, so make plans to attend and look at all the new great menu items we have. Those will be posted on the website here very quickly, so if you want to see what's on there, look at that, or just make a reservation and come out and join us at the club. On the patio, one of the best dining and views at the entire city of Columbus. But I'm standing here on hole 16. We're going to talk about the changes to this par 4, 17 par 3, and the finishing hole par 5 18th. They're fantastic. I think members are going to enjoy what we're doing on those holes, and I'm really excited as we're only about 7 short weeks away from the beginning of the renovation projects on the front 9. So again, let's spend a little time. We'll go up to the 16th tee and we'll talk about what's happening there. Well, I'm standing on the 16th tee, the blue tee box, and both blue tees, white tees, and the forward men's tee are not changing. They're staying right here. We are going to put a forward women's or seniors tee up at about 350 yards, or the start of the fairway, as we move forward. So this hole will shorten a little bit, but not become any more easier for members to play. What happens up in the fairway at the landing area? Right now we have 2 fairway bunkers on the right. They go away. The fairway shifts a little bit more to the right, so you'll have fairway in the right-hand direction, but you're going to have to challenge the trees over there to get to that part of the fairway. And on the left side of the fairway, where we currently have a fairway bunker, it's going to be farther up the fairway and into the fairway. Right now it's quite a ways out into the rough line, so it's really not a factor unless you're a little bit wild. We will have a fairway bunker truly in the fairway. So at about 150 yards, you will see a fairway bunker placed there. We'll go up to that location and we'll talk about what's changing on the green. This is a very challenging green. This is our most difficult hole on the back 9. It's going to remain that way, especially with what we're going to do around the green complex. Let's go talk about that. Well, I'm standing in the fairway at 16, about where this new fairway bunker will be located. And as we pan over to the right of the fairway, you'll see where the fairway bunkers are. They actually go away. That over there will become new fairway. But when you look up and look ahead, there are trees in your way. So if you don't challenge this fairway bunker, you'll be over there on the right side of the fairway with a difficult shot around some trees. As we move ahead to the green, what's going to happen here are the bunker complexes are going to change dramatically up by the green side. You're going to see a full-length bunker on the left and a full-length bunker on the right. What do I mean by that? Well, the bunkers will be as long as the green is depth-wise. So they'll be very long and very tricky bunker shots from each side of the green. Instead of them just being up in the front part of the green, they'll carry all the way to the back. So the farther back you go, if you're in one of those bunkers, you're going to be a little deeper into a bunker depth. So the shot will have to be a little bit higher and a little bit safer. So this shot will definitely be important that you play straight ahead. You will have a run-up approach to the green, and again, the fairways do widen a little bit, so if you run the ball on the ground, you'll have no problem getting to the green. It's just be very straight when you play this hole. I just wanted to spend a couple moments here talking about bunkers and how they're going to change in design and what they'll look like. This is not quite accurate to what Ross designed bunkers look like, but it's very close. So what members are going to see is a bank of grass on all sides of the bunkers going down to the flat part or the bottom of the bunker. So instead of seeing this lip of sand, the grass and the sand will actually meet closer together at the very bottom, and you'll see no shots ending up in a bunker where you're on a hillside or a very steep angle like this corner. So these types of things will go away. You will see grass being all the way down to the bottom of the bunker, and Ross style bunkers will be a much more playable surface. The sand will be white. Members are going to see a white sand to play out of. It's much more consistent in how members will be able to hit shots, and they're going to drain superbly, so members aren't going to see the puddling of waters that we would normally get when we get a rainstorm out here. So I think members are going to really enjoy the bunker complexes, although they get a little more challenging. One of the positives are we go from 88 bunkers down to 84. So we do lose a few bunkers on the golf course, but they all get moved around and changed. So even though I'm talking about bunkers leaving in the fairway, they get added on other holes and in other places. So let's move up to 17. We'll talk about what's changing up on that hole. All new tees, so we're going to stand in those locations. Okay, we're standing here on the 17th tee box looking down the hole. And one of the biggest changes on this particular hole will be all new tee box complexes, from the blue tees all the way up to the red tees. So we will have 3 distinct teeing areas. They'll all be in a little more of an alignment with the hole. So instead of these narrow kind of dome tees that we have right now for the men's tee boxes, they're going to be a little bit wider, a little bit flatter, constructed correctly, so that members, when they're hitting this 200+ yard shot, have a nice level lie. The fairway, as we move ahead, gets shifted more to the right, so you're going to see the approach line more in line with the way the hole lines up. There are some new bunker complexes up around the green. We'll go up there and talk about how the green side surface and area changes and where those bunkers are located. But this par 3 will still remain our most challenging par 3 on the golf course, the longest par 3 we have, and I believe members are going to find all the changes will really look fantastic. But it's going to be a tricky hole when you're finishing the Columbus Country Club golf course. Let's go up to the green side, look at what's happening at the green side bunkers. Okay, I'm standing up here on the 17th green complex, and the bunkers do change dramatically on this hole. Right now we have one large green side bunker right up by the green on the left side, and a fairly good sized bunker on the right. What's going to happen here on the left, we're going to have 2 bunkers. One smaller one up front, one larger one to the side. And they're going to be much closer to the green, so members aren't going to have a significant carry to come out of the bunker and get to the green complex. So they'll be closer to the green, and they're also going to be not in front of the green, so you're going to see them on the sides of the holes. The approach will be just a little bit wider, so if you don't hit the ball quite as far and you hit it straight, you'll be able to run it onto this green. There'll be some slope changes in front. It won't be this gentle slope. Balls might kick towards one of these bunkers when the architect finally puts the final draw on this. But this hole is going to look fantastic with the 2 bunker look on the left. The bunker on the right gets much closer to the green and gets pushed back a little bit more to the right of the green. So if you attack the green, attack the pin with a long club, and you don't hit the green, you're going to more than likely be in a bunker left or right. Over the green, I believe they're going to mow the grass of those shorter, tightly mown areas. So if you roll over, you may be in fairway or some shorter grass, but you'll have a tricky shot coming back up onto the green. So again, a lot of our approaches, a lot of our greens and our green surrounds change as they do the bunker work. And as you exit this complex and go to the 18th hole, all the tee boxes on the 18 change in their location. There'll be a whole new cart path interchange as we move to the 18th hole. And the service road that heads to the 11th tee will now be behind the tee boxes instead of in front of the tee box. Well, here we are to the 18th hole, the final hole of the renovation, standing in what will be the new tee box line as we're heading up the hole. Instead of the tee boxes being way to the left, hugging the trees, they'll be more down the center of the fairway. But a lot of changes happen on this hole. The dog leg still stays in it, but the fairway shifts farther to the right. We had a lot of trees that removed on the right side of the fairway, so where you see the fairway bunker up there, that's going to be moved farther into the fairway and farther up. So you're going to have fairway bunkers all down the right side of this hole as you're moving up the hole, and the fairway widens to where the fairway bunkers are. The rough on the left is going to move farther out to what is now fairway. So you're going to see a big shift of the fairway farther right with fairway bunkers as we navigate the hole. Let's go up to what would be our second shot where we'd be hitting into and kind of look at the green as we go up. But this tee shot will be challenging. You're going to have to challenge the trees on the left to get to a good angle in the left side of the fairway. If you go safe to the right, you're out by the bunkers, although that's the straighter angle to attack the green into if you want to go to the green on your second shot. This is a difficult hole, and I think it's going to be a great, fantastic finishing hole. But I think more members are going to get into sand in some of the bunkers along the way than they ever have before. Let's go up and look at the second shot. So I'm here in the landing area of what a better player would probably hit off the blue or white tees to. This will be where the first fairway bunker will come into play. It'll be out here in the fairway. Again, the fairway on the left side shifts farther out into the middle. The rough comes out farther. And where we've mowed out short grass over here, this will be fairway. And you can see, the members can see right now how far the fairway shifts to the right. It goes quite a ways out to the right. So again, as you're heading up the fairway, you're going to see all these stepped bunkers as we move from 250 out to 150 out to about 80 out. You're going to see a series of bunkers on the right, and the fairway gets pushed all the way over there, but the bunkers get pushed in. Right now they're out in the tree lines. They're going to be in the fairways. And the fairway's going to move more from the left out to the right. So rough will be on the left, bunkers on the right, and you're going to have to attack those bunkers in order to get up there. If you want to go for the green, there'll be all new green side bunkers as well. Let's go look at what's going to change up there. Well, I'm in the area where if you challenge this hole, you'd be hitting your second shot to. The fairway bunker that's the last one we'll come to on the right. Right now is out in the tree line. Actually, if you were hitting out of that, you'd be hitting through a tree. It'll be out here right where I'm standing in the fairway. Looking up at the green, you'll have a green side bunker on the left that goes all the way to the middle back of the green. A green side bunker on the right, which will do the same thing. But what members will notice about all the new green side bunkers, they're going to be much closer to the green and much more efficient to hit out of. So members will be able to, whether you're a good bunker player, a poor bunker player, you're going to notice that you're going to have a shot out of these bunkers. You're not going to have to carry it so far to get to the green surfaces. But you're going to have to be precise with how you hit it, and the sand's going to be excellent to hit out of. So 2 new green bunkers here. The back of the green will get some changes in the surrounds and how we mow it. But this finishing hole gives you the great view of our splendid clubhouse that you see in the background, and members on the patio will be able to watch what's going on as players finish the 18th hole. Hope you've enjoyed our tour of the golf course on the Talk with the GMs. As we get to the actual process, I'll come out and do some of my videos while they're actually working, so you'll get to see some of the work in progress, and we'll keep members updated as to what's going on. But again, thanks for spending a little time with me this week on the holes out on the golf course.